So what if you understood the evolutionary value of body of 9? What would your life be like if you understood how to use your body to evolve?
It's a big statement that we've made, that body of 9 helps you cultivate your evolutionary advantage. But our research for the past 10 years has really shown that this is more than just another assessment tool. This is really a way to improve your life, to help you be happier, to improve your relationships. And we have a plethora of testimonials from people that sometimes within months, often within years, suddenly look back and realize how much, in such a great way, their life has changed after having their natural number activated, identified, and learning what it is to have that particular superpower, how to actually evolve as a human being.
Because it's so much more than just finding out about yourself. That's just the first step in this progression of evolutionary change that starts to happen for you.
Yeah, and by finding out about yourself, we don't mean, okay, yes, I've got blue eyes, or yes, I'm 5'10", I know that. It's about being honored for who you are, being able to like who you are, being able to recognize the things that you know and like about yourself that other people seem to think are really sometimes strange.
So what we're going to talk about today is some of the evolutionary impacts of finding out your natural number and learning about other people and learning to activate the other 8 natural numbers in your body. Because what it's like is it's as if somebody said to you, okay, here are 8 ways that you could expand your perceptive abilities, and they're as yet unexperienced. So you don't know what we're talking about. And that's where we start with. You have no idea what we're talking about.
And so we've often started to look at the analogy of being without sight and realizing that you can turn on that sight. Now that actually isn't completely accurate.
Really, no, because what it is like if you knew you could see, but you walk around with your eyes closed anyway, it's more like that. It's like more like choosing to close your eyes after you found out about it. So, well, yeah, I know that was nice, Susan, very much. Thank you very much, but I'm going to keep my eyes closed.
It's even more fundamental than that, because if you are the only person without sight, then there's an element of, well, why don't I have sight, the rest of the world does? But we're actually in a state before that. We're in a place where nobody has sight. And we're offering you the chance to be one of the first few people that can get these extra sensory inputs and then help the rest of the world understand that they are without sight and they can learn how to see. So this is not a question of one person not having sight and rejecting having that sight. This is a question of one person knowing that they could have sight and nobody else even knows that that's possible.
Right, because, and out there, I mean, we're trying to think of analogies. Another analogy might be like nobody could read and write. Before we could read and write, or even before we could speak.
Yeah, you didn't know what you were missing.
And we had language. We didn't know, before we had language, what would that be like? Language enabled a level of communication between people that brought people together.
And the printing press, another great example. Before the printing press, there was no easy way to disseminate information that other people could read.
Yes, but your printing press is not your body, right? So this is actually so body-based. Your body is capable of far more than you think that it is. So over the course of our lives, we have moments where everything is working. There's books written about being in the zone. Being in the zone, I believe, is one of those moments when you figured out how to turn on your natural number or another aspect of your being that you didn't know that you could activate. And then there's those other moments where something happens that is so unusual for you that you're like, what was that? You don't even know what kind of flitted by in your life experience.
So let's take a momentary pause and let's address potentially one of the elephants in the room. Martin and Susan have made this claim, which to many might sound large, it may sound even outrageous. One of the first steps of knowing that it is possible to evolve is to not disbelieve all the things we've been told about how it's not possible. If you're in a room with 100 people and nobody can see and you say, hey, I actually think I have a better way of seeing. Most other people will say, no, you can't possibly do that.
That's not possible.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's not scientifically provable.
Now, let's stay in the little place we're in and not try. Let's not open the door and go outside and see what's outside. So at the very least, we ask, don't disbelieve, and don't let the idea that there is a evolutionary possibility for humanity
that we have not yet explored.
Yeah, don't let that idea dissuade you, because honestly, there are many people that will say, no, you're not ready for that. And there's other people who say, well, why would I?
And what does it matter?
And what does it matter? But there's going to be a few people, and we're talking to you guys. And the question is, do you want to join us? Do you really want to be part of what could change humanity? It's a big claim.
It's a big claim.